Mm-hmm.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you guys are watching this, man. I got a special guest, man. But before I introduce him, man, this is the THHC podcast, the Hip Hop Connoisseur Podcast, episode 220, man. Yeah, we 220 in it right now. This is REIN to the left of me. We're gonna talk about this album, Pre-Quill, The Conjuring. Now, I just want to give you guys a little bit of feedback, real quick. We've broken down this series already. I'm not sure if the series is over, but this is the third edition to the series of the Quill. So, Ray, introduce yourself real quick. They know you've been on the show. I know you've been on the show a couple of times, man. But this might be someone's first time hearing you.
What up? What up? What up? This your boy Rain. That sounds so cliche, but it's your boy Rain from Flint, Michigan. I do what I do. That's it.
He's like, I do what I do.
I'll do what I do, man.
Let me just give you a proper clap, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, man. And speaking of like rewinds, man, it is Friday, man. You could be my slash co-host just for the first couple of minutes, and then we're gonna get right into the album. But there was a lot of new releases today. You know, it's Friday. I didn't get to listen to all of them, but the ones I did listen to were really good, man. So I just wanted to have them scrolling below so people can tap into some of their favorite artists, or if they heard anything that's below, let us know in the comments, you know, how dope the albums are. But I did want to talk to Rain about at least two projects. One of them was number 4 is JR and Made in Tokyo. I'm sorry, Made in Tokyo is the producer. It's called Hoop Dreams 4. Now this is like you have a series now. He has a series of Hoop Dreams, and this is part 4. Have you listened to this album, or you know, let's talk about JR for a little bit.
I have. I got the album last night on automatic download or automatic buy last night. So when I got up this morning, I definitely checked it out. My favorite record so far on the first 2 listens is Suicide. Suicide. I think that's like track number 2. Probably because the beat's so soulful, and I'm a sucker for soulful beats. But man, like I say it all the time, man. JR Penn is something to not play with, bro. He's like light years ahead of people, you know. Probably coming from the same. I don't know if I don't know if he came from the same camp as Ransom, or if he just was around Ransom a lot. But you see where Still Sharp and Still when these two guys are penning they bars and delivering their craft.
No, 100%, man. I listened to the album too. I don't got any favorites yet. I kind of breeze through it. A lot of these, sometimes Friday, I try to breeze through a couple albums, you know, just to get a feel for them and stuff like that. And you know, like you said, it's pen game sharp, man. And if he is in Rain's camp or around Ransom, you know, I can see where he's getting, you know, some of his pen game from. Shout out to Jeff in the comments. He says, Marquis Walker, salute, peace, and you and yours, Boston on deck. He also says, your guest, salute
What
to
up,
you,
Dell?
man. You know what I'm saying? And what else is again, like, subscribe. That's Jeff from
go check out that Pre-Quill album.
Oh yeah, I already know he will, man. He's one of them dudes who's he's like, what? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? The other album, real quick, you know, I just want to talk about was Cash Flow. And these albums are only speaking on because these are people that actually worked on the album that we're going to speak on. Cash Flow is a producer / rapper. He got an album out that came out today called Work While No One Notices. Yeah, man, I kind of breezed through that one too. I got to get back to it. Like most of these albums I said, I kind of like snipped through them and just kind of like listen to some of the lyrics, listen to some of the beats. And I got to get back to that one too. So shout out to Cash Flow. Shout out to
Cash Flow. Yep. I didn't get a chance to check out Cash Flow album yet. I told him I was gonna listen to it when I go to the gym. So once we done with this, I'll probably go hit the gym.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Do you go to the gym a lot, or you go to the gym every day? Or
lately, my schedule's been so crazy, I haven't been able to go as much as I want. But normally, I try to go like 5-6 days a week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. We're gonna get into this, man. Again, let me introduce the album. Y'all know what we do in this show. We break a song by song. You know, I'll introduce the album. I'll speak on the first track, and then whoever's rolling with me, they speak on the same track, and we go back and forth, man. And then questions usually involve or involve. Oh yeah, in with the breakdown. So again, this is the THHC podcast, episode 220, REIN, Pre-Quill, The Conjuring. The first question, I guess, before I start, REIN, yeah, I know you can hear it, is so you do the Quill 1, the Quill 2, and then you do the Quill, instead of Quill 3, you go back and do Pre-Quill. Is this gonna be the end of the series? How's this work? You know, because you with the title.
I kind of only want to do a trilogy. But 88 Blessed Beats, I call him Trav, but 88 Blessed Beats, he's the whole reason why Quill even came about, because I was in between projects, and he was like, yo, let me send you some beats. And this is like to backtrack for people who isn't familiar with what I've been doing. So I was like, yo, I'm in between projects. And he was like, let me just send you some beats. And normally I don't listen to beats in between projects. So he sent me a beat, and I turned that into Maxell tapes. And I was like, yo, this is dope. And I rapped over it, but he didn't know I did it. He sent it to me. I think I did it in like 20 minutes. I was like, send me something else. And he did. And I was like, yo, this is dope too. So I rapped over that one that night, and he didn't know. So then I was like, yo, send me another beat. He's like, I'll send you something in the morning. By the time he woke up in the morning, I had the first Quill done. You know what I'm saying?
Oh snap.
Yeah, so I did the first Quill with the features in 24 hours. Mixed, mastered, ready to go out. So like the Quill series is just me being able to just go in the studio and just bar out. No, I'm not thinking about trying to make a club hit, a radio record, none of that. I'm just however I feel at the time, whatever the beat telling me to do, that's what I'm gonna do. Whatever features I hear that I know I can get on them, that's what I'm gonna ask to get on it. And it's been working out so fine. So far it's fine, you know what I mean?
No, that's dope, man. The technology is amazing. That like for you to say something like that, I'm still impressed, because I know this technology that we can, you know, utilize and put out an album within 24 hours. But I'm still impressed because you gotta talk about the bars, your writing, your freestyling, you're connected to the beat, you're mixing, you're mastering, you're getting features, so you got to make sure they connect with it, they're on the same page of what you're trying to do. So you're reaching out to this person. So I get it, man. You know what I'm saying?
So the first Quill took 24 hours to make. The second Quill took about 48 hours to make. But this Quill, it took I want to say it took a week to make.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. No, I get it, man. This one is fire, man. Like, you're known for a lot of gun bars, so let's just start it off with some gunshots, man. But yeah, we gotta get right into it, man. Let me introduce the album. We're gonna go song for song, and the questions just usually materialize once we stop beginning. All right, man. We're going all the way to Flint, Michigan, man, to go visit REIN, man. Pre-Quill is the album, The Conjuring, man. Let's talk about the title, like The Conjuring. Like, you want to keep it what? Dark? Like, you want to keep it like in that realm, right?
Nah, so like when I dropped the first Quill, the artwork for it was kind of dark and eerie, and it dropped on I think October 30th, right before Halloween. So, and the very first video, or the only video for that project, was called Obituaries, where I tied in a bunch of horror movies and made it into a song. But the rest of the album was super soulful, almost like a vintage project, but I'm just freestyling. So everybody kept saying, yo, this album is kind of dark and scary. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, it's a bunch of, uplifting music and everything. So I just kind of rolled with that theme. So when the next one came out, we was doing the pandemic, and I called that one Quill 2, the pandemic. And we're not going to the club, we're not hanging out at events and stuff. So that album reflected that. So you could say that was kind of a dark album too. And I dropped that in the fall, even though I tried to drop that in the spring. So with this one, I just said, you know what? I'm not even gonna fight it. October got to be Quill season.
October's Quill season.
Yeah. So I just took what everybody say and I made it that way. So I definitely darkened down the artwork on purpose. I definitely darkened down a couple songs on the album on purpose to feed into that, you know. And I dropped it on um, Halloween, which was a Thursday instead of a Friday. I did it on purpose.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
A lot of people call themselves goats, right? You got
yeah.
the AKA the werewolf, man. Now, where's that come from?
That's my alter ego. So,
Okay.
and I got that from my best friend, my childhood friend I grew up with. So one time I was rapping and I was on a song with somebody else, and he was like, "Yo, you was eating on that." I said, "I know, I got that dog in me," and he was like, "Nah, you off the leash, bro." He was like, you 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 a underground rapper, but it's like you from the underworld. You a lichen, you a werewolf," and I just took it
Ooh.
and ran with it.
I like
So
that. I get it.
he always say I be off the leash when I be doing my thing.
I like that, man. Let's get into the album, man. Came out October 31st, like you just mentioned, 2024, 2 minutes and 33 seconds to be exact, man.
Okay.
Number one, man, it's called Pre-Quill, and it's produced by This Is Hip Hop,
So this
yourself,
this is hip
REIN,
hop.
and
Yeah.
Matrix, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So let's get into it, man. So hashtag gun bars again, man. I gotta just start off again, man. I gotta start off with that, man. But Mr. Quill, aka REIN, of course, has returned with the third installment, man, of this Quill series. Track is flooded with soul as REIN bars out. He's abusing the mics. Solid start for the album. You know, I was like in tune as soon as this track started, like within the first 30 seconds, a minute,
Yeah.
I was already in. I was like, yo, he's starting off like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about number one, Pre-Quill, produced by This Is Hip Hop, REIN, yourself, and Matrix.
Nation. So this is this is hip hop beat. He made the beat, but it was missing something.
Okay.
So I had a different vision for the drums. He had like some harder, heavy hitting drums. So I was like, I don't want to use those. Can you switch them up? And he switched them up, but I still didn't want those ones. And it's not a knock on him, but I'm a producer too. So I was like, yo, let me try something. So he was I was fortunate enough where he trusted what I was gonna do. So I took the sample that he had, reworked it a little bit, and then added my drums to it, and then Matrix came in, added some congas to it, and like kind of a dipset esque type of feel, and threw it like a heavy bass line on it. And I was like, that's it right there. So I didn't want the drums to be too heavy because I knew I was going to go crazy with the bars, and I wanted people to hear what I'm saying. So that's why I like did the track that way. You know what I'm saying? But the the intro is an attention grabber. I always
Mhm.
try to if I do an intro, I always try to grab your attention right from the jump. Like as soon as you hear it, I want to hook you in the mouth and drag you ashore like you a fish.
Well, it's funny. It's like a lot of people, it's kind of like an easy formula. Like I say it all the time when I'm doing reviews, man. Like to gravitate to somebody's, because a lot of people got the short attention span. That's the
Hmm.
disease now, right? Around,
Hmm.
right, especially for music and hip hop. So you got
Hmm.
to catch your listener right away, man. So if that
Yeah,
first record is not like bumping or like or just lyrical or something, like some type of
it's
style or some type of
it's
crazy intro,
hypnotizing. It's
yeah,
hypnotizing.
yeah.
Yeah.
People they already like either skip or they're like going to the next artist, and it's a shame, but
Hmm.
people got attention deficit disorders. Man. I don't know what it is, man.
It's just hypnotizing, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So, no, it's powerful first record. So like I said, it's
A
way,
lot of
way,
people
way.
like the intro.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people have hit me up like, yo, this intro is crazy. And then something different with that is I took a page out of the Locks book. I put the hook at the end. So I spit 3 verses worth of bars, but I put the hook at the end.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that because I
Yeah.
seen you like you was going in. I was just like focused on you going in, but when you did that, I guess the hook at the end, the chorus. I'm thinking you
Yeah.
just like winding down, like, and I get it now. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like I thought
Yeah.
it was more bars, but you just kind of like speaking real quick, saying like saying something. I guess that's dope. That's the chorus. Shout
Yeah,
out to
yeah.
Ben Frank, man, in the chat, man. He said peace
What up,
and
Ben
blessings,
Frank?
man. Let's
What
get
up,
into the
though?
second track, man. Bar-Mitzvah, man. Featuring Kid Vishis, man. Produced by 88 Blessed Beats, man.
Yeah,
Listen, hashtag Galaxy flows. First of all, track is gloomy, dark, and gritty, allowing REIN to be rap comfortable. Kid Vishis came through with some alien behavior. The album is heating up. The album is heating up, man. It's
yeah.
bar time. Like, this is when I was like, okay. He started off, it just him. He's like, yo, check this out. Check what I can do. Basically, look what I
Yeah.
can do, right? And then his first feature, he was still going in. He was like going in with the bars, and then you're like, yo, my features got bars. So you're like, even before he rapped, he was like, yo, Kid Vishis, man, hit him with some bars. I was like, oh shoot. I was like,
So, yeah, I brought Kid Vicious with me, and he gonna show y'all how to rap, like super cocky. Vish, that's my guy. For those who don't know, Kid Vicious is Royce the 5'9's younger brother. So he's from that ilk. He's from that pen. He's done this. So anytime we got a lot of records recorded too. Y'all just haven't heard them yet. Anytime me and Vish get in the booth, it is a sparring session. It's a workout. It's a mental workout
Oh,
because I don't know if he writes his bars all the way fully or if he just does them off top. All I know is when he delivers his material, it's always A1 and he does it on the first take. Crazy.
that's fire, man.
Yeah.
Ben Frank in the chat says Kid Vicious, the homie. He also says, what up, though?
Yeah.
Frank's been on the show before, man.
Okay.
Frank's like a brother to me, man. You know what I'm saying? What up, Frizzank?
What
The
up,
other brother
Rizzanek?
can spit too. Facts. Respect, man. Let's get into the third track, man. I'm telling you, man. That's I said this album's already heating up. I was already like, yo, I'm already in. I'm in. And speaking of heating up, toast. You can think about it in any way. A toast could be a gun, a toast, hot toast, whatever. So toast featuring Mickey Factz, produced by is it Prentice Brown?
Yeah, it's my guy.
Prentice Brown, okay, Prentice Brown the third.
Yeah.
First of all, like when I was bringing these tracks back like crazy, but this track, you can play this, everywhere. People celebrate. It feels like a anthem. Like you could weddings, friggin' bar-mitzvahs. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, right? That
was the goal. That was the goal. It's like a feel good record. I wanted to break up.
Record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I came, I hit you with two bar heavy tracks. I wanted to kind of lighten it up just a little bit, but still put bars in it.
No, 100%. So let me explain the record though. Toast featuring Mickey Factz. The soul music returns as REIN continues to bless the booth. REIN's passion for rap shines like guns sparking. Toast to Mickey Factz for never running out of bars. It seems like that dude never run out of bars, man.
Never, ever. He don't.
Let's talk about Toast, man. Number 3.
With that record, I called Prentice and told him I needed him to be on this album, and I told him kind of what I was feeling. So Prentice is a different type of producer. I can call him and say, yo, I need a beat that sounds like this and kind of move like this. And he'll say, oh, that sounds like something that was sampled in the 1970s or something that was sampled in 85 or something that was sampled in 53. And he will go right to that year, find something nobody has ever sampled and get it. But unlike me, and Prentice has taught me how to sample and helped me improve my sample game. He will take a sample. He'll have a 2-bar or 4-bar loop or maybe an 8-bar loop, and it be riding, right? But then what he'll do is he'll go and do some J Dilla, Knife Wonder, Primo stuff, and he just chop it all up, break it all up, and then put it back together. And he'll turn people words, horns, just into a whole nother instrument. So the sample that I heard that I actually rapped over was different than what y'all heard on the album.
Oh wow,
which is crazy. Yeah.
No, shout out to all the producers because so far you think about it, man. Like, when you do certain projects, and this is like a a series project, and it's kind of like a theme project, right? Because it's October based. It got the the gloomy, dark type of bass. So to have various producers kind of like still, fit the I guess the circle of tracks to make this album still cohesive or sound cohesive is amazing, man. So shout out to that. You know what I'm saying. He just says Dilla forever. That's what's up.
Yeah, definitely Dilla forever.
Let's get to number 4, man. Now, number 4, man. Listen, man. Like I said, it's funny because I was just talking about the production because you mentioned the production, but that was one of the first things I wanted to mention when I went to 4 was the production's on point, and not just for 88 Blessed Beats, but for so far so good. So number 4 is War Stories featuring Young Devious, Kid Vishis, Porta Rich, and then produced by 88 Blessed Beats. Now, track gives me cold-blooded vibes, man. Like I'm Rick James, man. It's like rebellious jazz, right? This is like a posse cut, of course, right? REIN is forward tough as he flex on his past. You got Young Devious in his hustle mode with selfish ways. Kid Vishis is back and putting his ops in pecking order. Porta Rich shuts it down, collecting chips, collecting his debts, man. Great features, man. Young Devious, Kid Vishis, Porta Rich. It's a posse cut, and of course, including you. That this could be one of those posse cuts that you can. I don't do this, but a lot of other programs or channels or podcasts they talk about best. I might start doing it, but the best feature, the best posse cut type of thing. Maybe I do a top 5 or something. But this is like falling in that realm. Hashtag Alien Gang, right? You know what I'm saying? Man. So War Stories, man. Talk about this posse cut. That's amazing. It's full of raps, full of MCs, full of bars, full of lyrics. Come on, man. Let's go.
Nah, like with that, I wanted to get 4 super dope MCs that could talk about they past traumas in a certain in only a way that they can deliver it. So I didn't want Vicious trying to rap like me. I didn't want to rap like Porta Rich. I didn't want Porta Rich to rap like Devious. So Devious is from Detroit. I think like off of Joy Road. I think Vicious is from Oak Park. Porta Rich is from Camden, Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm from Flint, Michigan. So we come from these war torn cities. So when you put us together, I mean, you got what we gave you.
Nah, man. Listen, man. I was gonna ask, like, are they all Alien Gang affiliated with Alien Gang, or just two of them?
Just so Devious represents the basement, but he's an affiliate of Alien Gang.
Okay.
Me, I'm just a lone wolf, but I also represent the Alien Gang.
Okay.
Vicious is the Alien Gang. That's his brand. And then Porta Rich, man, he's him.
Porta Rich. I knew like he wasn't a part of it, unless it's something like I don't know. I was just like, because I follow you guys and stuff that I can.
And Porter is such a dope lyricist, and he's a dope individual, bro, because he has a lot going on. I don't know if people know, but he's from like the Devin Wade podcast, and he has a couple other things going on outside of that. So when I hit him up for the feature, he didn't even know who I was. I was like, yo, I need him on this record because I had heard something that he did previous. So when I hit him up, he wasn't bougie, he wasn't funny with it. He was like, yo, yeah, just send a beat and let me see if I like it. I knew he was gonna like it. So I sent it with just my verse on it. You know what I'm saying? So I sent it. He was like, yo, this is crazy. I'm gonna send it back. But he didn't know I was gonna put other artists on there. So when I sent Vish my verse, he didn't know it was another artist on there. When I sent Devious, Devious knew kind of because he recorded his verse in the studio up at Heaven Studio. He recorded it live right there that day. But he didn't know I was gonna have other artists on there. I knew, but they didn't. So when I got them, I just put them where I thought they flowed in off of each other. So basically, they would hear my verse and then rap after it, and then so I just moved it around like that. Yeah.
I got to give it to you on that because it does sound like you guys were all together. It was an authentic record, like with all y'all like, yo, we about to tear this up type of record.
Yeah.
The way y'all put it together, that's smooth.
Shout out to my engineer Leland. That's I give him specific directions on what I want, and he always accomplish it. So shout out to my engineer Leland.
Shout out to all engineers. A lot of engineers don't get their props, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't get their props. So shout out to all engineers, man. Let's go to number 5, man. Conjuring, man, produced by 88 Blessed Beats. 88 Blessed Beats brings that killer horror movie feel out of REIN, man. REIN and his gun bars, man. This song easily can be in like a scary movie score or some type of something like that. You know, it could be, I don't know. I'm trying to think of scary movies. I'm not a scary movie fan, but that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I could feel it. I could sense it. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those weird, scary movies that always get you to jump.
Yeah. This is me. This is my brand. This is what I do. I'm the only person doing this as of yet. You know, so if anybody starts doing this, I'm their father. I did this first. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody was doing this. I don't care. Nobody does it like this. Even in my freestyles, I do this. Nobody does this. If somebody starts doing this, they probably heard me do it and they like, okay, I can do this with it. But I'm not the gun bar king, but I am one of the gun bar kings.
Yeah, of course.
My gun bars are different than everybody else's. My gun bars hit different. So, just when you think I can't figure out another way to say it, I'm gonna figure out a different way to say it.
It's kind of like a lot of people, they talk about like people doing drug bars or gangster bars, and they wonder how certain rappers can continuously come up with new ways to flow.
Not to cut you off. So Pusha T has been doing cocaine rap for the longest, right?
Yeah.
And he's excellent with it. But the very best cocaine rapper to me has got to be Stove God. Nobody can outdo Stove God when it comes to cocaine rap. So that's what I strive to be with the gun bars. So
what about Great God?
Great God?
Yeah,
Great God is fire. Great God is fire with the cocaine rap. But I still got to edge Stove God. I got Stove God. I got Stove God winning this. You got to. We have to do this offline, or
and because like Stove, a top 5 cocaine bar like rappers.
Yeah. So with me, like I said, I'm not the gun bar king, but I'm comfortable with them. So that's where I excel with it, and I know it's so easy to do them, but when you deliver them the way that I deliver them, it hit different.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Dude, that's why I want to give you your props, man. And
appreciate you.
Shoot off some guns, man. Number 6 is Necromancy. Produced by 88 Blessed Beats, man. Damn, man, this joint crazy, man. 88 Blessed and REIN are conjuring up some spirits to predict the past and the future, man. It's the classic Angel versus Evil record. It's sinister, man. I just get like so much Fright Night type of vibes from this, man. Let's talk about number 6, man. This joint is hitting right here. That's why I had to hit 88 Blessed Beats up on Instagram, like, yo, man. What you was drinking? What you was smoking that day, man?
You know what's dope about 88?
Yeah,
he just makes hits, or not hits, but he makes dope records by mistake. You know what I'm saying? I'll tap into his live and he'll be making something, and I'll be like, "Yo, I need that one." And he'll be like, "Do you?" I'll be like, "Yeah, like give it to me now." Before he can put drums on it, anything, I have to get it. So same thing with this record. I heard him make it on live. Yo, send me the record. I'm gonna do it now. And he was like, well, let me arrange. Let me just say, nope, just give me the BPM. We can go back and clean all that up now. Let me go freestyle over this. So another one of my strong suits is I'm a really, really good storytelling rapper. But I never strive to be that. I always wanted to be, but I couldn't. I hear such. I hear super dope storytelling rappers like a Slick Rick or something like that, or Big Daddy Kane or whatever. So I just want to do that, but I never considered myself to be that. But now that I think about it, a lot of the records that I win on, I tell super dope stories. So I just want to take a story that I would tell and darken it down, and that's how you got Necromancy.
Nah, you're a great storyteller, man. And it's
Appreciate
funny.
that.
I'm trying to remember what Robert recently said it, but they were saying you're not really an MC or an artist if you can't create a storyline rap, like you know what I mean.
Hmm.
So, and they was saying to these new rappers, practice at least, even if you don't record it and put it out,
Yeah.
practice how to write a story rap, you know what I'm saying? And they get
Hmm.
better at it. And then when you kind of mastered it in a sense, put out a record like that, man. And anybody that just raps, like if you hear my reviews, are you just a rapper? I might call you just a rapper. And no disrespect, because rappers are
Hmm.
dope too, but I might not never call you an artist or anything beyond that if you're not doing artist type work or
Yeah.
MC type of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so number 7, let's get to number 7, man. Ketamine.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
this song right here, produced by Cash Flow. Shout out to Cash Flow on the production.
Crazy. Crazy.
Um, first I want to say you're a vivid rapper, right? You know what I'm saying? I could see the stories. I could see your bars at times, right?
Yeah.
Loving this flow, loving your flow on this, man. And shout out to Cash Flow before I even speak on the record. Production's fire. It's like an out of body feel on
Yeah.
this instrumental, this beat. And REIN is bringing the pain. So take your ketamine for your depression. You know what I'm saying? So Ketamine, man, another good track. And like I rock with Cash Flow, so I know he started off producing. I
Hmm.
know, I think he was rapping before back in the day, but whatever. I ain't gonna tell his whole story on here. But anyway, um, he's a great producer, man. And so how'd y'all connect on this one here? Because I hear you
Uh,
saying, hey, you made the album. You made the album. Like in the
yeah.
beginning, I'm
Yeah.
like, what's going on?
Yeah. Because I'll be having projects like this. This project was recorded like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be having projects already done, and they have to wait for it to come out. So with Cashflow, I heard this beat, and I was like, "Yo, I really like this beat." And he was like, "Okay, okay, what you want me to do with it?" I said, "Nothing." He was like, "Well, let me put some drums on it." I said, "You don't need the drums." Nah, man, they need drums. I said, "Nah, I don't need drums." I like just send me the loop, and he was like, "That's it. Don't do nothing else." I said, "The track is perfect." So
That's crazy that you're like still executive kind of producing the tracks with the
yeah,
producers. So
because I can hear it. I can hear
yeah,
it.
you can hear what will make you shine more, right? In a sense.
Yeah, because I already know what I'm gonna do with it and everything. So, um, and Cashflow is a super dope producer. Very easy to work with. Super soulful. He got a big bag of just art and talent that he can tap into. So anybody that wants to work with him, he's a very good producer to work with. He has a lot of potential to do some amazing records.
Nah,
So
I give it to him.
yeah, I told him I want to do something with him, and to me, or he was like,
Oh, there you go.
"All right, let's do this." So we did, and Ketamine is what came out.
Nah, man.
And
Yeah,
I told him he was gonna make the
nah,
album.
man.
Look, I told him he was gonna make the album, but I don't know if he really believed it because I was sitting on it for months. So that's why I went back and put the intro on it, like, "Yo, Cash, I told you was gonna make the album, and you did too." So yeah.
I could see that. That was dope, man. Let's go to number 8, man. Stressful, man. Oh my goodness. Another track that I was like, man, it's like track to track. I'm just like, oh, okay. Then I'm like, then another one will come on. I'm like, oh, okay. So number
Yeah.
8 is Stressful featuring what's how you pronounce, is it Josie May?
Yeah. Josie
Okay,
May.
Josie May, produced by
Yeah.
Matrix and yourself, of course, REIN.
Yeah.
REIN's bars spark and shine light on this organic and pure track. REIN is getting his therapy through this record.
Mhm.
Josie May is a beautiful singer. She really killed that song, that hook, and that chorus, man. this is a great record, man. Another record that like stands out. That you know, I was like, okay, REIN's doing some different. He's different on this Quill. Like this Quill felt different than from the others. If that makes sense. So let's talk
And you
about
heard
number
me say,
8.
and you heard me say it in the bars that I know that this one wouldn't really go on a Quill record, but I'm gonna put it on here anyways. So the way that this record came about is I was in the I was in the car driving, and my co-producer Matrix. I called him. I said, "Yo, can you put some keys down for me?" And he was like, "Yeah." I see you by your computer. He was like, "Yeah." I like, look, I hummed the chord progression, and he was playing it. I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," but just move it around like this. So he did the chord progression. I said, "Leave it just like that." So by the time I got home and he sent it back to me, I added my stuff to it. We kept going back and forth, and I really liked it. And then he came in with that, we call them vocal textures. He put that vocal texture kind of synthy thing under it. Once
Mm-hmm.
he did that, because I we were just making the beat just to make it. He put this synthy thing up under it. I said, "Oh, that sounds like an R&B singer," but I don't know too many super soulful R&B singers. And just by chance, being on the phone with Travis or 88 Blessed Beats, I said,
88 Bless.
"Yo,"
Yeah.
I
I was
said,
like, just use his real
"Yo,
name. I know, because
yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah," because these my brothers, man. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's how
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. I call them by their name. So I was like, um, I need a super soulful singer. And he was like, "Yo, I got somebody for you." And I've heard people say this, and so he sent me like the picture over here, like this Josie May. I looked at her. I said, "Okay, where's she from? Oh, she from Australia." I said, "Oh wow, we got a we got a white girl from Australia. I don't know, bro." He was like, "No, I just listen to her music." He sent he sent me somebody else's record that she sung on.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but she blew him out the water. I heard 5 seconds of her singing. I said, "Yo, I need her." He linked me with her. I hit her up and I told her what I want to do. I let her hear the instrumental first,
Yeah.
and then I wrote the hook and I sent her the words. But she was like, "How do you want me to sing it?" So me not being able to sing, I had to sing it for her, which is I hope this never comes out. Don't put that out of me singing, but I had to sing it for her. And then she
So that,
took she took my template of what I wanted her to sing and made it hers. And then she sung it, but I don't know if she was really confident if that's what I wanted. When I heard it, I said, "This is amazing." I think right then she got the spark. She went back to the studio like the next night. When she sent the track back, she had layers and just everything. She had so much material. I had to dissect it to,
oh wow.
yeah, I had to dissect what she did to make the record feel that way. But yeah, she's super dope, super talented.
Nah, that's fire, man. Nah, that's fire. Like you know, you never be what it say? Don't judge a book by its cover. So you actually looking at her
Yeah.
and it probably had nothing to do where she's from, but probably just kind of like this. She could sing like so.
Well, no, when he said she was from Australia, I just was going with the how
You think
they
she
how
her
with
voice?
the Aussie talk, yeah,
Oh yeah,
or
because oh, you thinking she's
I'm
gonna have like
yeah,
a
I'm trying
weird
to be
accent? Okay.
I'm trying to be politically correct, and I was like, bro, I want soulful, like like I want soul that came out my like church on the
Yeah,
corner.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think it was a
you
Australian white girl.
what, bro? She is smoking. You know what?
I'm not gonna lie.
She's like she. It's like a Dell. She has that soul in her like Adele, or if you watch that show The Voice, how
Yeah,
you will see somebody and they don't look like they can blow, but
yeah.
they yeah, she's different. She's special. And what I've heard from her, what she's done on my album, is I've heard better. So her potential is exponentially gonna grow. She's out of here.
I gotta give it to her, man. So shout out to her, and
Yeah. Hey look, she's the first artist to totally body me on a record.
well, probably. I mean, you wrote the hook, right? You wrote the chorus for her.
Yeah, but
She
yeah,
just
but
mastered it.
she mastered it, bro. She made it hers. She bodied that.
No, she
Yeah.
did, because I was like, "Yo, who's this?" I was like, "Wow, yeah." So she did body that hook. That's why I had to mention, like, mention her as a feature. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to track 9, man. Let's go to track 9, man. This one, I'm like, yo, man, this is when I first talked to you. This reason I'm ringing bells is because when I think I first talked to him, he was talking about putting this interview together, right? And he was like, "How's the album?" Or something. And I was like, the first song that kind of like got my ears ringing was Nightmares featuring C. Dell, Marv 1. And this is on the first listen, because you listen to an album once, you got to go back to the course.
Yeah.
But on the first listen, this one like kind of stood out. So Nightmares featuring C. Dell, Marv 1, produced by Marv 1. This beat puts the Thor hammer down. Track brings fear and grimy energy. REIN matches the instrumental with ease. C. Dell put a dent on his track. Another solid posse cut. Marv 1 is just so talented. Production and lyrics. Shout out to Marvin.
Marvin, wonderful.
Yeah, someone was good to Santa this year. Let's put it that way, man. So this and I'm saying you must have been good to Santa because this album's fire. You got great features, you got great production, you got the album's coming together so good that I'm like, yo, this dude was good to Santa this year. Something, man. Something's going on. Excuse me, in this joint. Talk about it while I joke. Excuse me. Talk about this track, Nightmares.
Let me show you how God worked. So I had just met Marvin maybe 2 weeks. So Quill was done. Quill was only gonna be 11 tracks. It was done.
Oh.
It was off getting mixed and mastered. I met Marv in the studio like 2 weeks ahead of time. Great guy, cool. We chopped it up. We swapped numbers, and I'm on YouTube and I'm watching bars on I-95. Marv comes on. I said, "Oh, he about to freestyle." I listened to the freestyle. Freestyle was fire. The beat was fire. I text him directly to his phone. Now, if he wasn't a real dude, he could have curved my text message. So he got the text. I said, "Yo, the freestyle was phenomenal, dude. I don't know what you was on, but you was on one." I said, "Yo, who made that beat?" He said, "I did." I said, "Yo, I need something like that." I said, "If I can get something like that, I'll put that on my album." He said, "Yo, that beat is available." I said, "That exact beat?" Because I was trying to get him to make something like it.
Yeah.
He was like, no, that exact beat is available. I said, "The one you just freestyled over." He said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm gonna need that." He said, "It's yours." I said, "But me being a wizard," I said, "if you give me the beat, I'm gonna need a verse from you." He said, "Say less." He said, "Say less is done," and that's how it came about.
Yo, that's incredible, man. I like how organically how the album's coming together because how you're speaking on it, it's like you can plan something, but I think the aura, the energy naturally, your circle naturally creates the music, in the album in final form. So because like a lot of these stories, man, just talking about each record, it's like I only was gonna do 11 tracks and it's 12, and then I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that, like so having this record, like I said, this is the first record that kind of caught my attention, even though everything was catching my attention, but it was like, oh, what's that? Like, you kind of go, ooh.
And it's a change of pace. It's a change of pace from what people normally would hear from me. So
exactly.
But I'm comfortable on those type of records.
Well, that's why like I can refer to you as an artist because you're like you can do various flows or styles or whatever you want to call it, and and that's what it takes, man. That's what it takes. A lot of people that can't even do that. Let's go to number 10, man. Oh man, I gotta bust the top for this one, man. I gotta bust the top for this one, man. Number 10, Never Lose, featuring Conway the Machine, produced by DJ Flip. Now, loving the rich, dark track. It's like doo-wop soul, right? REIN is trashing boxes and booths, man. You know, anywhere he goes, it's the machine. Fly rapper, of course. Conway is one of those rappers, you know, you can call him on a first name basis, just like Benny. So it's like when I say Conway, y'all know who it is. But he deserved that. So you already know his verse, you know, was fire. And you know, and what I like about, you know, anybody that's more, I would say, more relevant or famous, like at the time, like they on someone's album, like these features, you would never outshine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just gotta tell you that just to let you know, you would never like. It was never like I put this song on and I was like, damn, Conway body. Like, cause I do that sometimes. If I got into a beef with a rapper once because I said Rome Streets killed this rapper on this song, and he got mad at me.
Rome Streets killed a lot of rappers. So,
exactly. But he was so mad at me, like, you know, he really came with my DMs, illing on me. I'm like, yo, so I don't think you got bodied at all. Like this is like it was like a song, it's a record. Like it's just got Conway on it, right? So let's talk about how this happened, man. Never Lose featuring Conway the Machine.
I'm such a big fan of Conway the Machine and respect his pen and his craft so well. Like I knew what he was gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I couldn't get on the track and play around. I gotta go. I can't out Conway. I gotta let him do what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So I just tapped in and dove into my bag. And my bag is, I ain't gonna tell y'all because then y'all get on the track with me and try to do it. But I know what my bag is. I know what I'm good at doing. So I did that to the best of my ability to counterbalance what he was doing because bro was going.
Yeah, he was going.
Yeah.
We got a question from the audience.
What up,
Ask him who influences his style the most. Who influences your style the most?
So back in the day, or just growing up, I mean, the first rapper I ever want to be like was probably like LL Cool J, just because my older cousins was playing his music, or Rakim. They was playing it.
Okay.
As I got into music, I wanted to be like Method Man because I thought he was just so fly with it, right? But when I actually started rhyming and whatever, um, it was Prodigy and DMX, hands down. So I like the rawness of DMX. Of I tell a nigga bye bye and pop him in his right eye. I like that, and and I also like and I also like the unpredictability of bars from Prodigy because he don't always rhyme. So yeah,
you're right, because you know a lot of people, you know, that are Prodigy fans or not Prodigy fans, they have that debate like, yo, you don't even be rapping all the time, but sometimes you don't have to. It's the way you
ever
put
seen
the album together, the song
yeah
together.
yeah when people write poems, they don't always
Exactly.
rhyme A B A B A B. Sometimes it be A B A B A B C. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it be. Long as it sounds good and the feeling is good, that's what I be into. What do you say?
Peace
Oh,
to
peace to
God.
God, proud. Yeah, Prodigy, yo. I wish I could have got a record with him and DMX before.
Ooh, I already know those would have been crazy.
It'd been crazy, bro. So that's where I kind of got my rap style from. And then when it comes to just perfecting the delivery, like the smoothness of it, because I cadence switch a lot of times, and people don't really realize that I did it until I pointed out. So I got that kind of from like a Jadakiss or a Fabulous, I would say, or even a Jay-Z.
So you got multi fascinated, you know, MCs in that mix, man. I like that. Let's go to number 11, man. It's called Urban Politics featuring Benny the Butcher, another one name rapper. You deserve that one name now. When people get in the game so long, you can call them one name. People know who they talking about. This is
Summertime Butch.
Yeah. This is also produced by DJ Flip.
Yeah.
on this joint right here, man, the first thing I say, man, REIN is rapping. When I always say rapping, y'all should know what I'm talking about. That means he's going the F in, man. So, DJ Flip's beats are special. This track is built for the underground. Gritty track that Summertime Benny punished. REIN held his own on this solid hook, and he was shit talking through this whole joint, man. It's Big BSF and Big AMF, man. So stop playing. Let's start on number 11, Urban Politics, man, featuring Benny.
Yeah, I'm at the AMI. above AMF, above my influence.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Big.
I wrote it down wrong for some reason.
Yeah. No, you good. It's Big BSF and Big AMI. No, with this record, it was.
I was thinking about stock. I ain't gonna lie. That's a stock. Though. I probably was.
Right. Yeah. With this record, it was just, again, I can't out Benny. I didn't live his life. I didn't grow up in Buffalo, so I can't out May Street somebody off of May Street. So I had to let him cook, right? So what am I good at? I'm good at storytelling. So I had to paint around that. You know what I'm saying? And so his verse was so different from mine.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to tie him in together. But he said something at the end of his verse. He said, stop playing. Are y'all through with some hollows? Keep playing. We got hand grenades shaped like Don Julio bottles. So that right there, when he said that, that's when I came up with the hook. They playing, we outside. Like, that's what gave me the hook. And that's what made me tie it in together. So I said, you know what? He was on his drug dealer cartel flow. So I just played the enforcer. You know what I'm saying? The person when you messing up, I gotta come see you. You know what I'm saying? So hey, and being a gun bar king, how else better to do it?
Nah, I like it, man. Like I said, man, any feature on here, like, I think the way you conduct yourself on these, when you have a feature on it, because you got to think about it, like when people go to these albums automatically. I think we had this conversation offline, but like when they probably saw your album, they went straight to the Conway songs or the Benny songs, right?
Of
and
course,
it's not fair to you. It's not fair to any artist, but I mean that's just naturally how people,
Bro, they got the weight in the game, and I'm not mad at that. I mean, truthfully, they deserve that because they didn't put the work in. And hopefully, if I keep penning and crafting, I can help the next up and coming artist, and people will run to the song because I'm on it, and I'm doing them a solid. You know what I'm saying?
And your name's already short enough, man, REIN. So it's not like we can shorten it anymore. You know what I'm saying? But like speaking of these, like the last two songs before we get to the last joint. Now, are these two songs, the one with Conway and Benny, doing much better than others just because of the names on them? That's a question.
They doing, I would say, they doing about a third better than everything.
Okay.
Yeah. About a third, about 30% better. Okay. But that's expected, though. That's expected.
No, well, yeah, like you said, I mean, they're the heavyweights now, currently in the game.
But you know what, though? I can take that because after they listen to those and they get tired of it, then they're like, well, what else he got on the album? Then they go and it trickle down. I get the trickle down effect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they give it up. I
like the way you think optimistically, man. Like,
yeah. I'm not hating at all. I went right to the plug and got it right off the boat. And then after we step on it and tap dance on it, then you can go listen to the rest of it. You're still gonna get high. You know what I'm saying?
No, hell yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the last track.
Yeah.
12 Diary Notes featuring JR. Produced by Matrix and yourself, REIN. This track is fire, man. This album is fire. Another track that gives me hip hop goosebumps, man. REIN is in mixtape 50 Cent type mode, right? JR's JR aligned this track with Beyond Belief bars. We need to get REIN a therapist, man. When I'm listening to this, I'm like, he might need a therapist, man. Like the stuff he's talking about on these records, man. You gotta sit this dude on the couch, man.
Bro.
But yeah, 2024 AMI Above My Influences, man. Let's talk about the last record, 12 Diary Notes featuring JR, man. Another solid record, man, with a solid feature, man. So and JR never misses, and like again, he's we talked about it earlier about him being a heavy lyricist.
Yeah.
For you to I would say not to be as equal as a heavy lyricist as him, how did you kind of like still equivalate to his standards? Like, because it's like, again, he doesn't none of these people outshine you. Any of these features, it's just like,
I'm thankful
like,
for that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? In a different manner, right? I would say.
Well, I'm thankful that I didn't get body bagged because everybody that rapped on this album has a heavy pen. But when it comes to JR, like I said, he's special with it. So, the track should have been me do 24 bars, and JR should have did 24 bars, but he was under conflict of other obligations he had to do. So he was like, "Yo, I can get you." I like, "Can I get it?" Because he was like, I can give you 16, bro." I like, "You can't give me 24." He was like, "Nah, I got to do another record." He's like, "I can squeeze you in right now." Cool, bro. Give me the 16 because I know it's gonna be I know it's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be like a black hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's like
The gravity around his bars is gonna be dense. So when he sent it to me, I almost left the record off because I'm like, man, he only gave me 16. Maybe I can go back and twist his arm behind his back and get more out of him because I'm good at that. But I just couldn't. I'm like, man, what do I do with this record? So I had spit my verse, which was 24, and he spit a 16, but the beat was still playing. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. I said, you know what? And I broke my rule. I don't. After a rapper paint their art and paint on a canvas, I don't like to rap after them because it's like it's like I'm cleaning it up or something like that. But in this one, I didn't because JR so nice. There's nothing to clean up. You know what I'm saying? I just came through just to see was there any more bodies left or any more zombies to headshot them. So I just rapped after him. Just with some I don't want to call them filler bars, but I still did my thing and let the track ride out, and that was it. And when I heard it like that, I was like, "Yo, this is a dope record." And I just want to I want to end the album like that with that feeling of, man, that don't really sound like an outro. It should be more after. You know why it's gonna be more after? Because I'm gonna give y'all the sequel. Yeah.
It's interesting that you just said that because, like, here's my thing. Like, if the song calls for a third bar, like, say you start off, your feature starts off second, but he is heavy with the bars, and you go, wait, I should complete that right there and cut it off. But what if the beat's so smooth and like you like, yo, I need a third verse? Like, you wouldn't add the third verse, or you're saying like you leave that third verse for something else, or you put it?
No. So I remember you said the third verse is lost in hip hop.
It is. That's why I'm trying to get to that.
Yeah. But if you go to my vintage albums, or if you go to some other albums, I put third verses on them all the time. If I'm rapping in song format where it's 16/8 bar hook, 16/8 bar hook, I'm giving you three verses. But I trick the listener because a lot of times I always call myself the 24 bar verse killer. I give you 24 bar verses. So if I give you like on Ketamine, I give you 24 bar verses. That's 3 verses worth of material. I just put the hook in the middle. So you're getting the same amount of bars. So I always do that. So a lot of times because I paint so vivid, you don't even notice that I'm not giving you a 16. I'm giving you 24 bars. Or if I give you 2 verses, they're usually 24 or 32 bars. The only time you get a single verse from me is if it's 48 bars or more. 48 bars, 60 bars, something like that. That's when you get a single verse, like the intros or the outros. So I always give you 3 verses worth of material when I rap.
Okay, so one of the first things I said after I finished, like listen to this various times was, and earlier I said it already, like with numerous producers, it still sounded cohesive. It still sounded like an album, right? So that's what I like about it. But then, like, I'm listening to it, and then I was like, you know how I score? Well, I score each record, and then I score it as whatever. Is it 5 mics? Is it 4 mics? Is it 4.5? Whatever, right? Yeah. So I'm scoring it. I'm doing all the stuff, and then I'm looking like at how I, did the album. Then I'm like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's
4,
get it.
5.
Let's get it.
Going like, I'm just like the way I'm like, yo, this. Let me just put it
the part
together.
I was waiting on. This is what I was waiting on.
So no, I go. The album's really good, right? So good. Yeah. If you cut it up into 3, it could be its own series, right? So, and how I did it was it's just like the order that you have it in a sense, right? Mm-hmm. I would put, say, like I would do 1, 2, and 3. So Pre-Quill, Bar-Mitzvah, Toast. That would be like, say, like an EP, right? And then it'd be like War Stories, Conjuring, Necromancy, Ketamine for the second, EP. And then it'll start with Stressful, Nightmares, Never Lose, Urban Politics, and then Diary Notes for like the third installment. I don't know, like for some reason it was coming to me like that. I don't know why, but even though like this is an album, I was like, wow, this could, even though this is a series, it's the way I did it. Yeah, the way the album flows.
So, but I told you that before. So when I put albums together, I listen to the beats, and sonically I listen to the beats to where they're going and how they fit together. Then I put the music. Sonically, I have to listen to it. So I had the instrumentals first, if I can. Or if I have, or it might go the other way. I might have a song done, but sonically, I put it together to give it that wavy feel. That's just me. I'm super crazy about how things sound sonically together.
In the way you put the album together, because I swear, like, it doesn't really happen to me a lot, but this might be the first time this year, at least, me hearing the album. And then like going, this is dope album, and then I'm listening to it again and again, and then like you said, it seems like these records here was like a flow, and then all of a sudden another one was like it's like a roller coaster. Not saying like up or down's bad or good, but it was just like
it's supposed to be wavy.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's supposed to have peaks and valleys, because when I record, if I'm whispering or yelling, it's gonna be peaks and valleys. It's supposed to be like that. Yeah.
It gave me that vibe 100%, man. Do you have any favorite tracks, or maybe not just favorite tracks, but let's start off with that. But the second part of the question, is this your favorite album to the series?
So, answer the last question first. The last project that I record and put out to the public is always my favorite.
Great answer.
You know what I'm saying? The last one I put out is always my favorite, because the older ones I got time to critique and dissect. I should have did this, I should have did that, but I use them as a learning tool. So right now, this Quill is my favorite, but in 2 years, I'll be like, oh, I should have did this better, I should have did that, And to answer what was the other part of the question?
Was it? Oh, you said you already answered. This is your which do you have any favorite tracks on this album? Or
I do. Every single track is my favorite track. but today I'm playing Nightmares and Bar-Mitzvah. But yesterday I was stuck on Urban Politics and Conjuring.
I like that, because it is first of all, music is moody, right? Like you gotta be in that mood. It could be maybe in the morning you want to listen to certain ones, maybe the one with the girl singing on it or something, right? But then at night, maybe it's dark time, you want to like listen to something more vicious, right?
I'm gonna tell you something that's dope about you. The 2 records that I always think about leaving off of a project, you always love. Diary Notes, I almost left that off of.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and I almost left the Conjuring off of it.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I went back and forth on those. Like, man, I don't know about this one, but
because Diary Notes, Diary Notes is fire. And then
it's different. It's just different. It's just different.
Yeah, it's different. Like I get why you probably might have thought that, but like I think maybe the way you directed it on the album and put Diary Notes last, and you got like Conjuring kind of like number 5. It kind of like, it's not like, like I said in the beginning, like it's a certain amount of songs I grouped together like a wave, and then another group like a wave. They kind of those songs fell into those waves. So I didn't really get distracted. I didn't really was like, what do you got this on here for? Because there's a lot of records. I listen to like over 100 records a year, and EPs, everything, right? Singles, and so I'm always listening to music. And some albums, you could be listening to the album, you be flowing. Like by the 6th track, you'd be like, yeah, and then the 7th track would be like something crazy, like something that you'd be like, what the hell? Why you put this on there? Like, it just breaks your whole vibe. And I go, why did this art? So you never do nothing like that. That's so surprising that I'm like,
No.
Hell this dude doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you never do nothing like that.
No, I love the culture too much to do something goofy like that.
So this is you said this is the end of the series, right?
Nah, we're gonna give you one more.
Oh,
yeah. So we had the Quill.
Yep.
We had Quill 2, the pandemic, which was done in the pandemic.
Yep.
Then everybody kept saying the music is so scary. So I was like, well, where did it come from? So we went backwards. Pre-Quill, the Conjuring. So if you would do a prequel, we got to do a sequel.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And I know how your brain works. We talk a lot offline.
We do.
Now, are you working on any other series that you can mention now? Because sometimes you don't want to, like, as an artist, you don't want to like say nothing ahead of time, or any other series similar to this. Not similar to this, but like kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
I got a series in my mind that I want to do, but I haven't put it out yet. I don't even know if I should drop the title because somebody might try to.
Don't
take it around with it before me. We could talk about it off camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I got a series that I think is gonna be crazy, But
all right, there's a lot of rappers, teaming up, like especially if because you're a solo artist, right? Like you're not in a group, right? So, but there's a lot of solo artists getting together and doing albums. You got the Benny and Spesh, that's just the one that's stuck in my head. But there's a lot of artists that formulate and get together and do an album. Now, these are artists that probably worked together in the past, always did features back and forth, with each other. I can't really think of none off the bat. I'm just thinking like Flea Lord or Crime Apple or something like that. It's always like some people like that connecting and doing like a I would say kind of like a group album. I would say, matter of fact, I could think of Akil Ali and YNX. Is it YNX 716? They were two solo artists, and then they kind of formed a group. Would you ever form a group, or do you have plans to at least do an album with another rapper that's just as good as you?
It's on its way.
Oh, I don't know.
we more than halfway done. Me and Mickey Factz, we're gonna drop a joint album.
Oh, this dude said it. I was like, oh, okay, all right. Damn, all right.
Yeah, it's already it's almost done, bro. Like it should have came up before the Quill, but we ran into some couple issues. But I mean, me and Factz, bro, like when we in the lab, we be cooking. So that's probably gonna come out like top of next year. If I, not to like.
And Mickey Factz has been cooking too. Like I got his last album, his most recent album. I just said, I just reviewed it. It might still be on paper, but I don't think I put it on a computer yet. But that's another album. I was like, yo, this dude. Like I'm a fan of Mickey Factz. So and then I can imagine you and Mickey Factz.
I'm a super fan of Mickey Factz, but I got Factz in the whole nother dimension, and as well as he got me in a whole nother dimension because we're pushing each other. I'm bringing him into my realm, and he's bringing me into his realm. So it's our project is super dope. When you hear it, you're gonna be like, yeah, I get it.
Listen, first of all, shout out to Mickey Factz, man, his movement, man, and then him teaming up with you. I can see.
That's my guy.
And I'm curious because I know y'all styles. I don't want to say styles, but y'all always
It's a cliche. It's a
adapting
cliche.
to,
Yeah.
what's going on. Not saying y'all like it's traps going on, y'all doing trap. I'm just saying y'all like adjusting to
Yeah.
the music, to the production, and to the underground, to
Hmm.
that
We w- we definitely do that, but we push each other because we came from two different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm more raw, and my upbringing was more raw and just um more traumatic. But his was more, and I don't want to say silver spoon, but he was on the other side of the coin versus me. But we come together and we tell stories from each other's perspective, and we make it work, bro. Mickey Factz is super dope, bro. I'm super blessed to be around somebody who can rap at that level and has been doing it for this long and gravitate towards me where I can call his phone and we get on the phone. We don't even talk music no more. We talk life stuff now when we get on the phone.
yeah, family,
He a brother.
friends, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he a brother to me, bro. So it only be it's the music is secondary with us now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the music gonna be great because we in at a whole nother place. And we got there because my dad had passed away and
Try to
he
hear
hit
that.
me up. Yeah, yeah, appreciate you. He hit me up and he said, how you doing? I was like, I'm good, man. He's like, no, 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 no. Like, how you really doing? How your mental health? That has always stuck
Yo,
out to
that's
me.
dope, man. Shout
That
out to
that
Facts
so
for like caring.
when yeah, yeah, yeah. When Fax did that, I knew he wasn't in it for a check or some he wasn't industry like that. He was a real person with real feelings who I could link with. So at that when he checked on me about my dad, I was like, yo, this he a brother to me. And that was it.
Man, shout out to Facts, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of the industry, how do you feel about the industry nowadays? I mean, like it's more, um, free will. It's more like anybody's grandmother could put out a hit. If so,
Nah,
like, what do you think about the fast pace? Um,
it's cool.
and not just that, but like what's going on with these famous rappers going to court, getting shot, getting killed, getting set up, friends wearing wires.
Yeah.
What do you think about the new generation of trap
Man.
type of drill rappers?
So,
More Chicago based, I would say, but it
so
started in Chicago, so that's why I'm saying Chicago. But they
so
everywhere.
so that was a long segment to respond to. So I'll break it down in segments. The first part you said how I feel about the industry and how is the songs and everything. It's cool. I like it all. My only grievance has always been is if you can play Sexy Red over and over and over and over and over and over, you should be able to play a Rhapsody or a Shay Nor over and over and over and over and over. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? It's got to be a balance. It's cool because back in the day, it's always been ratchet music. Uncle Luke was ratchet, but you know what was on the counterbalance to that? You had KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? It's always been ratchet and positive. So you got Public Enemy and you got NWA. They both they both are talking about the same issue that is affecting us,
yep.
but Public Enemy is going more diplomatic with it, and NWA is saying no, we're gonna blow your brains out. Malcolm and Martin. So you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Um, with the other part of it, like how do I feel about these rappers going to jail and stuff?
Getting killed and
Um,
murdered and set
so
up and
so
all type
so
of
with
stuff, like some
so
mob
so
stuff,
so
man.
with
Wires, all type of
yeah,
weird
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So with that, I just feel like they need to move different. You need to know your circle. Everybody not your friend. Everybody not happy for you. Everybody not they not a supporter. They're not happy to see you win because Tony Ayo said it the best, and he's the most loyalist person ever. I had a chance to meet Chaka Zulu. This is where he got it from. You, it's only gonna be one 50 Cent. It's only gonna be one Eminem. It's only gonna be one Drake. It's only gonna be one Little Wayne. And if you are fortunate to be a part of that crew where that's what that is, and they take you in, play your position. Because you got to recognize the superstars. Wayne is going to be Wayne. You just got to support him in what he's doing so he can continue to be Wayne and it feeds everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like the way you put that because a lot of people they get in these groups or they get around these popular artists,
Hmm.
and it could be their boy or their or just an artist that's under them. They think just by affiliation they the king or the queen now, or they want to like take the crown, or I don't know what it is, man.
So let me tell you,
It's tough out
let,
there.
let,
It's wild out there. Like you don't
let
believe
me
the
tell
industry
you,
has anything to do. When I say the industry, I mean like record labels. Do you think they
yeah,
have anything to do with all this, negative rap?
100%, 100%, because they take the insurance policies out, hoping you crash out, so they can not only sell your music and exploit that, but then turn around and get the insurance money. You know what I'm saying? But if you backtrack just a little bit, with me, I've never wanted to be the best rapper in the room because I want to grow. If I'm the best rapper in the room, I can't get better. If I'm the best producer in the room, I can't get better. You know what I'm saying? So I try to go around people that's better than me. Look at my project, Quill. Every rapper, every rapper that is rapping with me on this album has better accolades than I do. But you know what? I didn't get washed. I
No.
kept up. So I, when it comes to producing, I don't want to be the best producer. I want to learn. I always want to learn and get better. And then on the other side of it, I like to teach. So I can teach a producer how to get better. I can teach a rapper how to get better because I've been through this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't sit on no information. If you ask me something and I know it, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not a gatekeeper. I just tell you because then in turn, if I tell you how to do something, you may take what I showed you how to do and then do something I've never seen done, and then I can call you up and be like, "Yo, how did you do that?" And you're like, "Oh, I did this, that, and the third." Then I can take that and put into the fold of what I'm doing. So I never sit on information.
Do you have a self-produced album yet?
You want me to produce a whole album myself?
I'm
Nah, I
asking. Is
don't. No,
I
no,
know
no,
your
I don't.
discography, but I'm trying to remember. I can't remember every
No, I
album.
don't. I don't have a self-produced album. Um, I probably would never ever do that. I'm fully
Mm,
capable of doing. I'm fully capable of producing my own album. I am. But if I do that, I think that will be the point where you be like, I didn't do anything new. I didn't step outside my comfort zone
okay.
because I'm rapping over things that I'm comfortable with. When I grab these other producers' beat, I just like them sonically. I just rap and apply my pressure to them. What the beat is telling me to do, I'm rapping outside of what I normally would do.
Okay. So speaking
Yeah.
of producers, so earlier I said how rappers are forming kind of groups, with other
Hmm.
rappers they respect. Now, um, you know, would you? And then other albums that are getting highly praised is the
Hmm.
one rapper, one producer type albums, and those are a
Hmm.
lot. And I gotta be perfectly honest. Those are the albums. If I looked at my 100+ album list, a majority of those albums with one rapper, one producer, they're probably in that top 25
Yeah.
albums that I usually kind of promote on
Hmm.
video. The other 75 I might mention somewhere else, but the top 25 is the ones I'm listening to over and over again, man. And I'm wearing out the speakers. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But
Yeah.
um, so have you done an album with just one producer? That's another question.
No, but
Will and will you?
I've asked producers to do that. I've asked 88 Blessed Beats. When Quill One first came out, he was supposed to produce the whole thing. He
Oh,
didn't
okay.
produce again for me until Quill 3. I
Oh,
just spoke to This Is Hip Hop and said let's do an EP, produce the whole thing. We haven't started working on that yet, but I don't know if we'll get that done. The closest to me as producing something totally like that, it'd be just like me and Matrix. Like me and Matrix are fully capable of producing the whole album by ourselves.
Okay.
And and not to be cocky, but like I really don't need nobody else's beats, really. But I'm fortunate to know like Greenery Beats,
Mm,
88 Blessed Beats, This Is Hip Hop, Cash Flow, and Clipto Beats, and um, even JR produced, or Ayo Shamir, and
mm,
all of these dudes, and Aesthetic, and I'm gonna leave somebody out, man, but y'all know the ilk where I'm coming from.
yeah.
I feel like, and PA Dre, I feel
Mm.
like I know the illest producers on a fucking planet. These dudes, everybody I just named, and I know I forgot somebody, and don't get mad at me. Everybody I just named, they are fucking fire with it, bro.
Oh yeah,
They
phenomenal,
fire. And I'm not
phenomenal.
saying my beats can't hold up to theirs. I'm not saying that they beats gonna smoke mine. I'm just saying that I don't need to go get other producers' beats, but I like what they doing because it makes me a better rapper. So it's like I need them, and they always show up on time.
Nah, I like that. Well, we gonna close it down, man. I just want to give you
All
a
right,
round of applause real quick, and then
appreciate you.
I want to of course let you get off. Of course, some other information. So the first info is, I always ask my guests to say something to their fans, say something to their fan base. Of course, keep it positive, man. I hope
Yeah,
you ain't gonna be like, oh, I fuck my fan base, but but you know what I'm saying. Try to
yeah.
give them some good energy, give them something. Just
I
talk to
better.
them.
I better. First of all, I would just want to say fuck my fan base.
He's stupid.
Nah. Um, I just love everybody who support me
Yeah,
and been there from day one and bring in people that have found my music at where it is now and they can go back and listen to the catalog. Um, it's more to come. And to be honest with you, I don't know how much more I got in the tank because we have conversations outside of this and it takes a toll on you with what you're trying to do and the time frame what you're trying to do. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be doing this, but as of right now, I don't see no end in sight, and I'm gonna keep trying to body bag and smoke everything. So as long as there is a need for my music and the
yeah.
fans, and I don't even call them fans, as long as my supporters want my music and they rocking with me with what I'm doing, I'm gonna always make music and put it out, and that's it, man.
No, I love it because I think we talked about briefly we talked about Rome Streets, and he had an interview
Yeah,
recently because he got something with Derringer, and he was talking about how having a proper fan base, that's all you need, as long as you can these organically too, not just like little
yeah.
bots and weird, you know what I'm saying. You
Mm,
get an organic fan base, you can kind
you
of live
good?
off that,
I got that right now.
yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. So that's dope, man.
Yeah,
So shout out to your fans, shout out to your fan base, shout out to your
and
supporters.
it's only getting bigger every day, and I appreciate everybody. Just and the only thing I always say, just spread the word. If people are, how can I support you? You dope. Look. If you want to support me and what I'm doing, just spread the music, spread
So
it,
anything
share it.
did you not mention anything else? Did you at this time you got a little bit to promote. So you got
Mm-mm.
anything on a besides this album? Of course, is incredible. I'll be promoting, you'll be promoting it. This is why you're on the show. I don't
Yeah,
just have anybody on the show. Like a lot of people ask me they ask me, can
yeah,
they come on the show? I'm like, nah. But
yeah.
not to be mean, it's just like you gotta earn it. Like I listen to even if it's a new artist, like I listen to. I'm gonna give you an example of like I would love to have from BSF Sule.
Okay,
Sule is dope, incredible new rapper.
right.
But he got some great albums, but in my mind, of course, I want him on the show. I want to, you know, I'm actually still talk. I'm actually just started talking to him behind the scenes, but it's just like, that album that he creates, he hasn't done it yet for me to be like, yo, I need this dude on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say his previous work is not good. It's really good. Like, you know, I give him like 4.6s or 4.7s albums, you know, this year that he created. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta hear something so dope. I'm like, yo, I gotta ask him, because I ask people to be on the show. You know that. Like, usually people be like wondering how I get my guests. I ask people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a great record of them saying yes. You know what I'm saying? Because I support them for a certain amount of time. I might do a review or two. They become a fan of me, and it's organic. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, promote, man, and keep doing those gun bars, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's it.
You are one of the best at them.
Appreciate you, man. I only do the gun bars to get to grab as attention getters, and once I got your attention, then I give you the medicine. I mean, I give the candy before the medicine. But I don't know what. So, is it too early to get your score on this? Would you give it first time listen?
I'm not. I won't give you a score only because it's still not the end of the year. So when it's the end of the year, I will because like it's funny because like you see me on Instagram, I'm scoring some albums, right? You see me if you look at my stories, you guys will see certain albums getting scored, right?
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
But let me give you
look. You don't gotta give me the score. You don't gotta give me the score.
I'm not gonna give you the score. I'm not gonna give you the score now. I'm just trying to tell you how I score albums. So any album below a 4.5, and it's basically 5 is a classic or like a perfect album. So any album that makes 4.5 or more, I don't tell anybody until next year, or maybe like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't until I score, until I do the top 25, I don't leak that information. So if you don't see your album in my stories, that means you made it. You might have made it to the top 25 or so. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna give out nothing, right? So when you do see my stories, you know, a lot of them you're gonna see some of them maybe making a 4.5, maybe making 4.4, but not just saying they ain't dope albums, because a 4.4 is a dope album, right?
It's
Out of 5, right?
Dope. Yeah.
So, but I really like, you know, I really listen to these albums. I really listen to these albums over and over again.
You do your work. That's why I was complimenting you.
And sometimes I might score them higher. They never go lower. So if I scored your album, say I scored your album 4, I don't know. Then I went back, it might get 4.2. Then I listen 4.5, 4.7. It might get to 5. Like, so that's how I go about doing albums. Shout out to 88 Plus Beats is in the chat.
What up, Brody?
What's good, man? We talked about you, man. You gotta rewind the tape, man. Man.
Nah, I was just saying that. I was just saying that because if you don't score my album high, you're gonna be the reason why there's another horror movie record. I'm gonna have to come get you. I'm gonna have to come get you on it. No, I'm just bullshitting, bro.
Let me put it this way. I'll give you a clue.
No, you don't give me a clue. I'll wait.
You won't be on Instagram.
I know I ain't gonna be on Instagram. I know that.
You won't be. It's higher than a 4.4.
Yeah.
Which is like, even if you had the 4.4, that's a great album. But so if it's higher than the 4.4, come on, man. So you already made the list of me, you know, deep diving and really detailing these albums.
Yeah. Y'all see he trying to save his life right now. He was gonna give me a 4.1. I was coming.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, not on this one. Not on this one.
I get a 3.8.
Think about 4.1. Anything of 4 and above is like, think about 4 mics out of 5. Like if you get a 4, that's 4 mics out of 5. And if you remember the source, that was good. You know, people got 3.5s, and people would say they were classic albums. It was always an argument if they got 3.5s or 4s.
But you know what? You know, in all honesty, when it comes to making music, I really don't do it and care really what the critics say. I just make what I like And if they like it, they do. If they don't, they don't. I can't make everybody happy. I just know
Right,
what I
you
like
can't.
to hear.
You can't.
Yeah, I just do me. And fortunately, I'm able to make stuff that a lot of people like. So I'm just thankful for everybody who support my music. I'm thankful for you for having me on the podcast. And like you a real hip hop connoisseur. You really, really, really dissect bars. You know the difference between a double entendre and a triple and a quad. You know the difference between shadow boxing and um filler bars. You know the difference between all of these things, and your ear is something that I tell you all the time is we need more people like you for the culture because you're good for it, and you I don't know, bro. Like we need more of you or you on a bigger platform because you're doing the culture a great service, not a disservice. We need more people like you, and that will show the younger
Balance out.
generation
Yeah, it will balance out
balance out. It'll
some
balance
of
out
this
all the
old bull
noise in the
crap that's out here.
background.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, facts,
So
bro.
88
Yeah.
Blessed Beats. He says, appreciate you, bro. Salute to bro REIN and all the producers involved in the series. Glad to be a
Mm-hmm.
part of it. Here's some gun bars, 88. For your
You,
beats on this, man. You get the gun
yeah,
bars, man. You get the gun bars, you
you
know.
would you wouldn't get a quill without 88 blessed beats, and he know that. If
And then
if
you know what I'm saying?
if if he never sent me Max L tapes, you would have never got quill 1, 2, or 3.
See, 88, you getting your just dues, man. And then another sound you need to hear is hold on.
Yeah,
That's the rewind sound. That
that's
means
the
I'm
rewind,
rewinding
brother.
your joints, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we rewinding your joints stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But Ray, man, it's always an honor and a pleasure
It's always
to
an
have
honor
you
with
on
you,
the
bro.
show, man. You got any last words before you get out of here?
No, man, I just say like if you mess with the project, if you like what I do, and you always want to support, the best way to support the music, share it. You ain't gotta you ain't gotta hit buy, you ain't gotta hit stream. Just share it with your peoples. The word of mouth is always the best way to help
100%,
an
man.
independent businessman or independent business grow.
Y'all get out there and support this man. Of course,
Yeah,
again, support me as well. I got
definitely.
6 ebooks. My last ebook's about family. You guys need to get that. It's like a activity book, and it gets families together. The questions and the fun questions and stuff like that helps you
Hmm.
learn more about your family with history, and it just gets y'all closer with some fun activities.
Hmm.
And then I got the other 5 ebooks, about EPs. I break down EPs, but
Yep.
in the books, but I break down albums on this show and on this channel. So just like we just broke down the Pre-Quill, you know what I'm saying, the Conjuring, and
Yeah.
we out of here, man. So I hope you guys had a good
All,
time, man. Tell people
all
about
I
us.
want to all I want to say is let's go Lions. Let's go.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You are from
Yeah.
Detroit. That's right. What are they? Are they
Nah.
6-1, 7-1, something like that? They're doing
Nah. I
good.
don't
Y'all
know,
doing
man.
good
We
right there.
like
Y'all doing good. Y'all doing good.
we said
Don't
6-1, man.
And
We
it's funny
like we
because
like I
you
don't
know
know,
I'm
man. We
from
like superheroes out here, man.
I'm from Boston, but I don't represent the
Yeah.
Patriots. My boy do. And
Yeah.
but the team I represent, they suck too. So the Patriots and the Giants are whack. And but
Hmm.
San Francisco, they whack too. So I kind of like them
I'm
too.
just
So
saying, man. I'm just saying, put some respect on these big
there
lions,
you go
man.
with Detroit,
We was,
man. Whatever, man.
yeah.
Hey,
Let's
look at
get it.
Ben. Get out of here, man. I forgot.
Yeah.
I think Ben's from Detroit too. Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Get out
Let's
of
get it. Let's get it.
here.
Big
Get out of
lions.
here.
Let's go.
Nah, get out of here. All right, y'all.
All
Let's
right,
get out of
man.
here, man. Yo, y'all just remember love over hate, man. And support
Always.
these local artists, man. Support them, man. And shout out to Ben Frank, man. He was in the chat giving us some
Ben Frank.
entertainment questions.
Ben
And
Frank,
it's
what up,
always
man?
a
Get at
win.
me. Let's do a record.
Hell yeah,
Peace.
man. Let's get out of here, man. One love, man. We out.
Peace.
Peace.